And hello from downtown Buffalo. Big, meaningful weekend across the conference, but none bigger than here at the Koessler Athletic Center between the Manhattan Jaspers and the Canisius Golden Griffins. Hello, everybody. Griffin Della Penna here with you for the rest of the season. Thanks for joining us here for a Friday night game in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, where both of these teams coming in at very different spots, but meaningful in much different ways. We'll start out with the Manhattan Jaspers, as they won 3 straight before last weekend, and then in heartbreaking fashion lost at home against their biggest rival by 5, the Iona Gales, on Friday night. Then played the Quinnipiac Bobcats, where they were up by 17 points before the second half, ended up losing that game 74-71. So now they're at 8-8. They have a few other teams that are right down their necks in terms of teams below them in the MAC standings, as they are currently in 6th place, but Sacred Heart and Siena are not far behind. Switching over to Canisius, they picked up their 3rd win of the season last time out on the road against the Siena Saints, 93-88. It really was just a very impressive weekend across the board for the Blue and Gold. Their 93 points were the most that they have scored all season long, and the most since December 1st, 2023 at home against Quinnipiac. It was also just their 9th win ever inside MVP Arena, dating back to when the arena was built in 1995. The Griff shot 56% from the field, 50% from beyond the arc, and 86% from the free throw line, 25 of 29. Just a very efficient day. All 5 scorers scored in double figures to secure the win and snap an 8-game losing streak. For this Manhattan team, they have been considered a dark horse and a team that has really shown that they could win it all in Atlantic City. But then there's been some times where they've been very inefficient late in games. All 8 of their MAC losses this season have been in single digits, and 4 have been by less than 5 points. So a lot of these games going right down to the wire. And in that 3-game win streak just 2 weeks ago that started then, head coach John Gallagher, I talked to him yesterday, he said, we're a team right now that this weekend means everything for us. They're a very young team with 6 freshmen. 5 of them get consistent minutes, and the growth in these next 2 weeks before the conference tournament is paramount for this team, as he straight up told me, and it was a great quote: we can lose in the first round or we can win it all. There is no in between for this Manhattan Jaspers team, and especially considering how well Canisius played last Friday on the road against the top team in the conference, the Marist Red Foxes, losing that one by 8, but in it only down 4 points with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in regulation, and then getting a win on the road in a very hostile environment against the Siena Saints. This is not a team to mess with, and head coach John Gallagher all week long preached to his team, you can throw the record out of the window. This is one of the most talented teams in the top 7 in the entire conference, and they're playing their best basketball at this time of the year. They're a team that, like Siena, if you take them lightly very early on in this game, it could prove costly for the Jaspers here tonight. So that's a little bit about tonight's matchup. When we come back, we'll hear from Canisius head coach Jim Christian, as this is the M&T Bank pregame show. M&T Bank, understanding what's important. You're listening to Canisius basketball on GoGriffs.com and the Varsity Sports Network app.